Today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
First carry now for Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Mayfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Steps away. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. He has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. So far, been so good this season, well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having a type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bully. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far. So I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down. Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. A first down throw from pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield throwing left side here, and it's complete. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. 2nd down and goal. Mayfield, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle. McPherson's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category. And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage. And he'll be taken down as
as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after one on EA. Second and 3. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. Ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. Let's take it inside his own 40. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Rolling to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll buy some time right. Open man completes it to Claypool. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll look to throw here. Out to his left. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But but instead that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. He'll take it at the 42. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to get a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
On the move to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw here on first down. Steps away. And this one is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And quickly, they get to the line. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Rolling to his right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And this is a 4-point game as they've gone to the locker rooms for halftime. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Devontae Smith, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Michael Gallup a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They'll look to throw now on first down. Quickly into the hands of Becker. And down inside the 15 he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. 2nd down and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That one in the books is a 12-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Mayfield on first down. this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's got some space here. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They'll roll him out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he's got his big tight end here. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And a loose football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? First down, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Mayfield's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Throwing, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. And they give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Browns are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Pass complete to Chubb. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Here's Baker. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Mayfield.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Mayfield to throw.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that, but flip it over. Making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for the Steelers,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
For a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.